Imagine standing at the edge of a cliff, the wind whipping through your hair, your heart racing. What if I told you that the leap of faith you're about to take isn't about height or distance, but about something much deeper, self-confidence? Picture this: a version of you that walks into any room, head held high, exuding a magnetic energy that draws people in. What if that version of you is just waiting to break free? It's not just a dream. It's a journey that starts right now. Have you ever felt like you're stuck in a loop of self-doubt, questioning every decision? You're not alone. The truth is, confidence isn't something you're born with. It's a skill that can be developed. But how? What are the secrets that transform fear into courage? As we dive deeper, keep your mind open. Each insight is a tool, each tip a stepping stone. The moment you unlock the door to your self-confidence, you'll find opportunities you never knew existed. Are you ready to rewrite your story? Let's jump in and discover the power that lies within you. #, understanding self-esteem. When I think about self-esteem, it's like peeling back layers of an onion. One thing that I've learned is that self-esteem and self-confidence, while often used interchangeably, are not the same. Self-esteem is how I feel about myself overall, my worth and value as a person. In contrast, self-confidence is more about my belief in my abilities to perform tasks or handle situations. It's possible to feel confident in one area, like my job, but still struggle with self-esteem when it comes to my social life. Recognizing this difference has been a game changer for me. There are various factors that influence our self-esteem, and it's fascinating to see how they intertwine. For example, my upbringing played a huge role in shaping how I view myself. Support and encouragement from family can boost self-worth, while criticism and neglect can have the opposite effect. Additionally, societal expectations and cultural norms also contribute to how we perceive ourselves. Understanding these influences helps me navigate my feelings about self-worth more effectively. I also realized that experiences shape our self-esteem. Positive accomplishments, whether big or small, can elevate how I see myself. On the flip side, repeated failures can chip away at it. For instance, I used to feel great about my artistic skills until I faced harsh criticism from a peer. It took time to rebuild that confidence and to separate that incident from my overall self-image. Another point to consider is the role of self-talk. The internal dialogue I maintain can either uplift or drag me down. I've noticed that when I engage in negative self-talk, my self-esteem takes a hit. Conversely, when I consciously practice positive affirmations and encourage myself, I can feel a noticeable boost. This awareness has been crucial in my journey toward better self-esteem. Lastly, I've come to understand that self-esteem is not static. It fluctuates based on life circumstances. There will be days when I feel on top of the world and others when I question my worth. Accepting this ebb and flow has allowed me to be gentler with myself during tough times. It's a continuous journey that requires patience and self-compassion. #, development of social skills. Developing social skills has been an essential aspect of my personal growth. I often think about the importance of effective communication. When I started focusing on how I interact with others, I noticed a significant change in my relationships. Being able to express my thoughts and feelings clearly not only helps me connect better with people, but also boosts my confidence in social situations. I've learned that listening is just as critical as speaking. It creates an environment of mutual respect and understanding. One thing I've found is that body language plays a huge role in communication. It's not just about the words I say, but how I say them. Maintaining eye contact, using open gestures, and being aware of my facial expressions can make a world of difference. I remember a time when I was nervous during a conversation, and my closed-off body language sent the wrong message. Since then, I've made a conscious effort to be more aware of how I present myself physically. Practicing small talk has also been transformative for me. Initially, I struggled with initiating conversations, often fearing awkward silences. However, I realized that asking open-ended questions allows the other person to share more about themselves, which takes the pressure off me. I've become more comfortable with casual interactions, and they often lead to more meaningful conversations. It's interesting how developing social skills can lead to new opportunities. I found that networking has opened doors in both my personal and professional life. The more I engage with others, the more connections I make, which can lead to collaborations and friendships. Being proactive in social settings has helped me step outside my comfort zone and embrace new experiences. Finally, I've learned that social skills require practice and patience. I won't always get it right, and that's okay. The key is to keep trying and to learn from each interaction. Each conversation is a chance to grow, and the more I engage, the more confident I become in my social abilities. ### development of social skills. Improving social interactions is a real game changer in our daily lives. I've learned that it's all about creating connections and making others feel comfortable. One technique that works wonders is active listening. When you genuinely listen to someone, not just waiting for your turn to speak, it transforms the conversation. You start to understand their perspective better, which builds trust and rapport. I try to nod, maintain eye contact, and even summarize what they've said to show I'm engaged. It's amazing how this simple act can enhance communication. Another technique I've found helpful is practicing small talk. It may seem trivial, but these light conversations can break the ice and lead to deeper discussions. I often challenge myself to strike up a conversation with a stranger, whether at a coffee shop or a networking event. It's a bit daunting at first, but with practice, I've noticed that my comfort level has skyrocketed. Small talk can open doors to meaningful relationships, and it's a skill worth honing. Nonverbal communication also plays a vital role. I used to underestimate the power of body language, but now I pay close attention to how I present myself. Standing tall, using open gestures, and smiling can convey confidence without saying a word. People are more likely to engage with someone who appears approachable. I've made it a point to be aware of my posture and expressions during conversations, and the positive feedback has been overwhelming. Another technique involves seeking feedback from trusted friends or colleagues. They can offer insights into how I come across in social situations. This constructive criticism helps me identify areas for improvement that I might not notice myself. I've learned to embrace feedback as a valuable tool for growth rather than a personal critique. It's all about evolving and becoming a better communicator. Lastly, role-playing scenarios can be incredibly beneficial. I sometimes rehearse conversations or presentations with a friend, allowing me to practice my responses and refine my delivery. This method not only boosts my confidence, but also prepares me for unexpected situations. It's a fun way to make the learning process less intimidating and more enjoyable. ### mindset and positive thinking. Developing a growth mindset has been transformative for me. It's the belief that I can improve through effort and learning, and this mindset fuels my self-confidence. Whenever I face challenges, I remind myself that it's an opportunity to grow rather than a setback. Embracing this perspective allows me to tackle difficulties with enthusiasm rather than dread, which has made a significant difference in how I approach life's hurdles. To cultivate this mindset, I focus on setting realistic goals and celebrating progress, no matter how small. Each step, whether it's mastering a new skill or overcoming a fear, contributes to my overall growth. I keep a journal where I jot down daily achievements, and this practice reinforces the idea that every effort counts. It's a tangible reminder that I'm on a continuous journey of improvement, and it keeps me motivated. Another strategy I've employed is surrounding myself with positive influences. I've learned that the people I spend time with can significantly impact my mindset. By engaging with those who inspire and uplift me, I find it easier to maintain a positive outlook. Whether it's through friends, mentors, or motivational podcasts, I consciously seek out environments that encourage growth and positivity. Affirmations have also become a part of my daily routine. I repeat positive statements about myself, which helps to rewire my thinking. Initially, it felt awkward, but over time, I've noticed a shift in my self-perception. It's incredible how changing the internal dialogue can lead to greater self-acceptance and confidence. I encourage others to try it out. It can be a simple yet powerful practice. Lastly, I practice gratitude regularly. Taking a moment each day to reflect on what I'm thankful for shifts my focus from what I lack to what I have. This simple act fosters a sense of abundance and positivity, which ultimately enhances my overall mental well-being. Embracing gratitude has been a key factor in maintaining a positive mindset and, subsequently, boosting my confidence in social situations. Defining goals and achievement setting goals is something I've come to realize can significantly boost my confidence. The concept of SMART goals, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, has been a game-changer for me. When I break down my larger ambitions into these clear, bite-sized objectives, it feels less overwhelming. For instance, instead of just saying, "I want to get fit," I specify, "I will exercise 3 times a week for 30 minutes." This clarity not only makes it easier to take action, but it also allows me to track my progress effectively. Celebrating small wins is another practice I've adopted. It's amazing how a simple acknowledgement of even the tiniest achievements can create a ripple effect of positivity. When I complete a task or meet a goal, I take a moment to reflect on it. Whether it's treating myself to a nice meal or simply telling a friend, celebrating these milestones reinforces the idea that I am moving forward. This habit has helped me recognize that every little step counts toward my larger aspirations. Moreover, defining goals has taught me resilience. There have been times when I've missed the mark, but instead of feeling defeated, I view it as a learning opportunity. Reassessing my goals helps me adjust my approach and gives me the chance to develop a deeper understanding of what works for me. This adaptability is crucial for maintaining my confidence in the face of setbacks. I've also learned the importance of writing down my goals. When I put pen to paper, it feels like a commitment. I keep my goals visible, whether it's on a bulletin board or in my planner. This constant reminder serves as motivation and helps keep my focus sharp. It's a simple yet effective tactic that has enhanced my sense of purpose and direction. Lastly, I've realized that sharing my goals with others can amplify my confidence. When I tell friends or family about what I'm aiming for, it creates a sense of accountability. Their encouragement often propels me to strive harder, and their support during tough times reminds me that I'm not in this alone. Managing fear and anxiety. Managing fear and anxiety has been a crucial part of my journey towards self-improvement. One effective technique I've incorporated is reframing my thoughts about failure. Instead of viewing failure as a dead end, I remind myself that it's a stepping stone to growth. This shift in perspective has helped me approach challenges with a more open mindset, allowing me to act despite my fears. Mindfulness practices have also played a significant role in reducing my anxiety. I found that dedicating a few minutes each day to mindfulness meditation helps ground me. By focusing on my breath and being present, I can quiet the noise in my head. This practice has not only calmed my racing thoughts, but has also made me more aware of my emotional responses, enabling me to manage them better. Another strategy I've embraced is visualization. When I face a daunting task, I take time to visualize myself succeeding. Imagining the steps I'll take and the positive outcomes I desire creates a mental map that alleviates some of the anxiety. This technique has transformed the way I approach situations that once felt intimidating. Additionally, I've learned that physical activity is a powerful antidote to anxiety. Whether it's a brisk walk or a quick workout, moving my body releases endorphins that lift my mood. On days when anxiety tries to creep in, I make it a priority to engage in some form of exercise, knowing it will help clear my mind and boost my confidence. Finally, I've found that journaling can be a therapeutic outlet. Writing about my fears and anxieties helps me externalize those thoughts, making them feel less daunting. Each time I reflect on my experiences, I gain insights that empower me to tackle my fears head-on. This practice has become an essential tool in my arsenal for managing anxiety. Self-care and personal image self-care has emerged as a vital component in my journey to boost self-confidence. I've come to appreciate that taking care of my physical and mental health directly impacts how I perceive myself. Whether it's ensuring I get enough sleep, eating nutritious foods, or engaging in activities that bring me joy, I've noticed that prioritizing my well-being contributes significantly to my self-esteem. In addition to physical health, I've realized that nurturing my mental health is equally important. I make it a point to engage in activities that promote relaxation and happiness. Whether it's reading a good book, spending time with loved ones, or practicing a hobby, These moments of self-care replenish my spirit and help me cultivate a positive self-image. Another aspect of self-care I've focused on is grooming and personal hygiene. I've learned that looking good on the outside can often translate to feeling good on the inside. Taking the time to dress well and maintain my appearance boosts my confidence and allows me to approach the world with a more positive outlook. I also recognize the importance of setting boundaries. By learning to say no when necessary and prioritizing my needs, I create space for self-care. This practice not only helps me recharge, but also reinforces my worthiness. It's a reminder that I deserve to take care of myself, which in turn positively affects how I view myself. Ultimately, I've come to understand that self-care isn't selfish. It's a necessary investment in my well-being. By prioritizing my health and happiness, I'm better equipped to face challenges and engage with others confidently. This holistic approach to self-care has become a cornerstone of my journey toward a more positive self-image. As we wrap up our journey through the ultimate guide to self-confidence, I want you to take a moment and reflect. Think about the steps we discussed today. Which one resonates with you the most? Is it embracing your uniqueness or perhaps setting small, achievable goals? Remember, self-confidence isn't built overnight. It's a daily practice. Now, imagine waking up every day feeling empowered. How would that change your life? Picture yourself walking into a room, owning your space, and radiating that confidence. What opportunities would open up for you? I challenge you to take action. Choose one strategy from today and implement it this week. Share your experiences in the comments below. How did it feel? What did you learn? Let's build a community where we uplift each other and celebrate our progress together. And hey, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more powerful content on personal development. Your journey to self-confidence is just beginning, and I can't wait to see where it takes you. What's the first thing you'll do to step into your power? The floor is yours.